Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas I primed a little while ago and is dry now with Artist Loft, Floetrol, and GAC 800 in the mix. I'm a Color Art affiliate, so we're going to use some Color Art colors. And I have some ideas, but I'm not ready to share them with you yet. I'll let you know as they go. This is Titanium Light Blue. I might put some other colors with it, including Frostbite, which I might wish that I had added art fluid to, but maybe I did. I've been adding art fluid to everything because it's a wonderful fluid acrylic extender. So I've got some of this periwinkle that I'm trying to use up, recover the bottle. That was a lot. That can be a good thing though. I just mixed up some red violet. Periwinkle is a vivid intense. Mixed up some red violet and I added some Primary Elements gold and diamonds to it. And I'm not sure if I have enough room to swivel everything around, but I want to try. I may put some more blue in. I think I will probably. I wasn't sure I was going to go for the midnight shadow, but I think I am. I'm going to be a little careful of that spot. I also want to, before it drips, well I guess it dripped already, but it wasn't in the painting at least. This is a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, which you could probably use to paint with, but I haven't tried. So, since that's there, I'm going to grab the Midnight Shadow that I just put some art fluid in on top of the regular Polypore GAC 800 just so new gloss varnish. I'm going to use a little frosted berry. And I'm not sure what this is going to turn out to look like because in the end I will have added more layers. I've had this idea in my head. I went to sleep or I woke up, one or the other, thinking about this V shape in the sky. And now I'm being called to some Royal Sapphire or something similar. Maybe Royal Sapphire and some more of the Midnight Shadow would be interesting. I'm pretty sure if I was using the art fluid at this point in time that I would have added some in here. But I can't tell because the bottle's really full, so you can't tell by the weight. It's pretty easy. I'm adding it to everything as I remix my paint. I like it that much. Alright, I'm going to go back to the Frostbite because it's nice and light. And I'm thinking about some black iris. have to remember that I don't have to smooth the paint all the way off. It's actually quite likely that the GAC 800 will save me if I decide to leave something heavy. I'm really tempted by some jasmine right now, but I've got Dancing Fuchsia. I've also got a scrape dish, and I think I'm going to scrape those colors off and wipe my wipe my spatula off. It's not a palette knife, it's just similar. Where was I? Oh, I've got new Purley pigments. I've got Magenta. I have it when it opens. Take the little tab off the top. There we go. I'm going to try a little Dancing Fuchsia with that too. I misplaced this earlier. I put it in with my new Purley pigments because it is a Purley pigment. It's one of the first ones that I hadn't mixed up. And I just mixed up some jasmine. This is a good comparison to see where it goes. I might use some more frosted berry. Do I mean more? Yes, more. I can never tell what's going to happen with these at this stage. I'm going to dip that in and bring it down. Now the pinks and the turquoises make beautiful music together, in my opinion anyway. So I have no qualms about mixing them. Oh, that's speaking to me over here now. I need my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. Whoa, that's a hair. Excuse me, hair. You are evicted. See, I'm trying to make sure to leave my spatula not lurking over this canvas. Just take the rest of this. I had to try it. I taunted myself into thinking I could use it, so now I'll find out for real. Now what was I thinking? I was thinking that I might like some orange in that gap, but in consideration, it might be important not to do it until it's dry. Now I have got a dampened paper towel, which I'm keeping handy lately for just such an occasion that I might want to mop something up, but at this point I think I should have... Oh, I have a dry one. Cool! I don't want the canvas to be wet. I want to do something with that yellow, but no matter what I do, I'm going to have to do some spatula cleaning. And I'm going to learn to leave the colors alone, because once they go down on a pre-primed canvas, they dry a lot quicker. I don't know why. That seems to be my experience. I'm tempted. I don't know about that green. I can see it through the blade of the spatula, so I'm going to take it away. Well, I've got some strange texture, but I think I'm going to fix it with some dancing fuchsia and or the red violet. Come on out. That's the dancing fuchsia, Purley pigment. It's the red violet. I think I'm going to give myself a little bit of this Purley pigment magenta also. Question is, can I control the paint? Don't ask me why I did that. I was compelled. Alright, it's time, if it's going to be time at all. I've got lots of choices of orange. I just used my paint pantses, my dampened rag. Oh boy, you know what? I really want to come back and do that later. But I've got some sour lemon with orange crush in a small bottle I've been waiting to get rid of, and if it'll come out, which is doubtful, because it's plugged. No, it's not coming out. But fortunately, I have other choices. Among them, my mellow yellow with my papaya and sunset, all Purley pigments. I'm going to grab a little bit of sour lemon with holly berry. And I want something that's even more yellow. And I have it around here somewhere. I see it. My yellow is looking like it wants to plug up. This is the mellow yellow with a little holly berry. Not coming out at all. Hang on. That might be too much paint. And even as I'm saying that, I want to add some white. I've got Vivid Intense White. I'm not sure. I just sprayed it in the picture too. Alright, we have little spots. Let's pretend they're supposed to be there. I want some darker orange. I did just add some art fluid to the orange crush. Alright, now what have I got? I've got Princeton Art Tool Catalyst Spatula number 2, and I'm going to attempt to use it. I don't think I've ever tried to fill in a gap just using a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. I'm not sure how happy I am about it right now either. Oopsie. Got a little too close to the other paint, but I didn't mix them. Let's try it again. playing very precarious games. Before I get myself in real trouble, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead by getting rid of whatever's on the edge, on the spatula on the edge. Because I know I can add another layer of paint to that if I don't like it as much as I thought I would. That's an object that needs to go away. And I am feeling a lot like getting rid of that paint on that spatula and contemplating. Yeah, that didn't last long, did it? I'm just feeling particularly brazen at this moment. And I'm sure my head is in your way. So that's as filled in as I can make it. Now I'm going to wipe it off. I'm feeling blue, and I don't know if it's Blue Velvet or Midnight Shadow, but I've also got Black Iris, and I really want to play with that Midnight Shadow. But there's the Black Iris. I'm not seeing the Midnight Shadow, but it must be here. Maybe it's the Black Iris or nothing. I found it. Yay! Alright, that's the Midnight Shadow. I'll give myself one more minute to play. I'm going to try and use the spatula again. In this case, it's my number 1. It's doing its dendrite thing again. Midnight Shadow is. I suppose if I like the white line and then I get rid of it and I want it back, I can always put it back. I kind of do like it. Alright, if I want to do something else, I'm going to have to come back. I think I'm going to try and carefully use just a tiny bit of it. Oh, sticky. Alright, I got away with that. That added what I wanted. I'm not sure getting away with it is exactly the phrase that comes to mind, but I'm going to fix this and then I'll be back in a second. And I'll either be working on the bottom half or it'll be dry and it'll be the next day. And I've got a little bit of time. I just have to check the clock. Alright, I'm looking forward to doing another batch of colors to this on top of this. So, okay, I'm back. I did a couple things. I moved some color precariously over along the edge that was residual over here. Put a little dribble in there, which I kind of like the roughness of it. But I've decided I can only put dribbles in. And I did fix my saffron so it would pour more easily with some art fluid. And I want to put, oh, I hope this isn't not a bad idea. I want to put a strip in. I didn't really intend on having it go this much further than it went, but it went there, so I couldn't see through my hand. I'm going to straighten out that little lump with a skewer. And that one. Now the question is, do I want to blow on that? And I kind of do. It's a little risky because I'm never going to fix it if I don't. And blowing on it will make it rough. I'm really tempted to add a little bit more of the Purley pigments, and it's my yellow and my papaya and sunset and mellow yellow. Here goes nothing. For some reason, I'm being called to Jasmine. And I'm just going to do it. And hope that it comes out in a nice, even stream. I think that's as best as I could hope for. It distracts the eye from what was bothering me. Which was basically the strength of color in this saffron. And if I like that yellow, I'll add some more tomorrow. What's that? I gotta learn to keep my fingers out. Now before I go, I want to add some green. Some Fandango green. And I'm not sure if any color will go with it or not. I'm not even sure if that goes, period. But we're going to try it anyway. It has sort of a leaf shape. I'm going to grab another Princeton Octal Kettle spatula since that went easily as well as I was hoping. I'm not sure it goes yet, but I'm pretty sure my confidence level is that I can add something tomorrow that will make it match, blend. Copacetic. I'm just going to use my extra. I want to do something else. I want to do turquoise is what I want. And for me, that's my Royal Sapphire. I have a bunch of turquoises. Mystique is a good one too. Let's see what I feel like. I'm definitely not able to finish this now. just because I've been elected to fix dinner. Suddenly and unexpectedly. It plugged up. Come on, not now. Alright, I got a thin line, I think. Now that makes me want purple. Don't ask me why. And I've got water lily, but I also have wild orchid that I added some more art fluid to. I kind of want to drag a spatula through here. Let's let this go right over the edge. Glad my hand is as steady as it is. And I got lucky in putting down my residual in pretty much the right place. I have one little rough spot. If I do something with it now, it won't be a problem in a moment. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm not unhappy with that right now. I still want the purple though. I think I'm going to mix it up. What did I do with that jasmine? That's right. That's pink diamond. There's the jasmine. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of the frosted berry. Just because I expect it to blend in. And my spatula is fairly clean. I think I can get away with it. I'll let that go right over the edge right now. I think this might have to be it. So I'm being called to some Cupid's Crush. I think I'm just going to take my residuals right now and put them right over the edge right now, redundantly. Run my finger along it so it doesn't drip. And decide, I think there's going to be some orange coming this thing's way tomorrow. And there might even be some white or some chantilly lace, something similar. I still want to blow in this up here. Question is for me, do I have enough of the color I want? And I don't. So I think I'm going to do some more work. And I like that. And I could blow that out, or I could just leave it, and I'm inclined to leave it. Boy, I really want to put some Chantilly lace in there now that I talked about it. And I can if I want. There. I hope. Oh, looks like I'm going to have dendrites. But it's a start. I'm still not I'm still not done. Obviously a floral motif. I found my skewer and I was looking for it too. I'm kind of inclined to put the skewer right into that orange. Use the sharp end. Push the color down. Use my residuals, that's a good idea. And that is a start. There might be some more midnight shadow in my future, I think. I'm inclined to straighten this out too. I don't know why I think I have to look for perfection. There's no such thing. Still, I seem to want to do it anyway. That's when I make mistakes though. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for the moment. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back and this is dry. And all I can think of is that I need to play. And I'm looking for some orange. And in this case, it's the yellow, my yellow with Papaya Sunset again. A little something come out the tip. And maybe I will put in a little bit of saffron. And I want to use some yellow. Mellow yellow. I don't know what I'm doing still. But it doesn't stop me from doing it. I do actually think I like that saffron down there better. Yep, slightly darker color. I'm having trouble with thinking about things in shapes without defined edges, but that doesn't mean that that's the way it should go. I'm going to wipe that off. And contemplate the triple sec I was thinking about. I'll either love it or I'll hate it. You know what? I want to cover that. It's probably a moot point. Just mix this with new art fluid. I kind of like that. I'm not unhappy at all, which is really good because I was nervous. Let's move that over the edge. I don't even want to mess with that, to tell you the truth. Could just continue on my way. I definitely want some more yellow though. I like working in stages with a dry canvas. It allows you to do, oh, so many more things. But that bubble's got to go. And I don't mind using a skewer to spread paint. Didn't get rid of that bubble. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to keep trying to do it. I'm going to throw a little deep crimson, Vivid Intense deep crimson. Oh, it's polypore. Excuse me, Prizm pour. And I thought about my spatula and I thought about my finger and I chose my finger. Which was good till I put it in the triple sec. Fortunately, I didn't do too much damage. Just a little. Wipe off my skewer again and hope the orange is mostly gone. Thinking about leaving the white in between just seems safer to me right now for some reason. But I will spread it out down here at this end. I'm going to run that right out the end because I'm not sure if I'll get a blob or not, and I don't want one. Except for I want to use the paint that I accumulated on the skewer to go over the edge. Been thinking a lot about this and I really want some orange, but I don't want to wait until tomorrow to add it. And I'm not sure that the saffron is the color that I want. And I made up some water lily that is pretty cool. Maybe I should just go for it. I stopped a little short, but I think that's probably okay. I'm going to, oh, mistake. Double mistake. I see my drop. Well, I can get rid of this one. I can probably get rid of the other one as well, but I kind of like it for the minute. Alright, let me grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula because that seems like the thing that's been working the best for me. Just use my residuals just right over the side. Left a blob, which to me tells me that I ought to just continue on down the line and widen that stripe out. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that I really do need to dry this in layers. And I don't know why I'm insisting that I have to have straight edges, because that is not really my thing. Although at the moment it does feel like my thing. It's a kind of an odd combination, that red and that saffron and the green together. But it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, because it's still just a stage. Kind of want to do something to smooth that out. Slowly and carefully. And widen this out. All right, I'm craving the pink carnation, which I took away because I was going to mix some more. But I still have plenty. I feel like I was pinstriping. That I really know what that feels like. And now my tip is deciding to be more plugged than before. If I left those lines, I could fill them in tomorrow. A lot less trouble, and I kind of like the way it looks too. Now I'm thinking I've got the water lily, excuse me. I was thinking waterfall earlier. And I'm going to play with it for a minute. That deep crimson area is still damp there. So I'm wondering what I'm going to do with the end of this. There we go. Bring it right over the edge. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. But I am thinking that the Purley orange might be the perfect thing. It's a Vivid Intense. Let's test out what... Oh, I'm glad I did that. I had some fluid in there. A little more shaking. And I'm going to drag that down because I like that. Got some bubbles to get rid of. Come on, bubbles, go away. They're not. They're tenacious. Let's pop them. And then my intention is to blow that orange into position. See if that'll work. Hopefully it will. Got a few more bubbles. I'm liking that though. I may just take away the audio and fast forward through all of this. I'm loving that water lily. Trying to figure out where I want to put some more, and that's the place. Right next to the Chantilly lace that sucked up a whole bunch of color and stopped being Chantilly lace. I'm going to take my spatula, sans the cat hair or whatever hair. Just fill in that little edge. That'll dry nicely. I'm liking that. That makes me want to use it in this other gap down here. Not that it's not a precarious suggestion at best. That was weird. I just hit something. Very strange. I am liking that. Feeling like I might be brave. I have to try my spatula again. Can always add more paint. And it's a very sheer color, so I may have to. I leave it heavy, or I can leave it heavy because I have GAC 800 in there from Golden. I'm going to use the straw again, I think. Give myself one more minute. It's a long video, very long. Kind of wish I hadn't bumped into that other area, but still. I could always add a little white line when it's dry. So I suspect I'll have to come back again. But I'm very close to being done. feeling like one more blue line and I might be done. I'm not sure if I can do it fast enough though. Either way, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, I've dealt with my issue. And I've got some Cerulean C, which is a new Purley pigment. And I want to add it in a couple of places. I think 2 stripes, and hopefully my hands will be steady enough to do it. I'm trying to get the schmutz off the tip before I start. I ran right into that color on purpose because I had a little flaw there. I don't know if that's going to dendrite right there. I wasn't planning on filling that space in, but as I look at it, it becomes a possibility. Nice strong color. I do mix my Purley pigments fairly strong when I mix them. Oh, I'm loving that. Trying not to run into, just butt up against the color next to it so they don't mix. If they were both wet, very wet, the same wetness, they'd probably dendrite. I thought I would want white. But right now, I like what I'm seeing. And the possibility exists I could continue on until I get rid of all the white. Quite happily. Or I could just leave the little bit that's there and play it safe. It's not going to be a very even line, I don't think. And I did want one more stripe. I'm a little nervous about it. And I did run my finger into the water lily, but it wasn't bad, which is fortunate. Just widening that out. I'm liking this a lot. The triple sec stripe is pretty loud and rude, but it also demands attention, which is kind of cool. Just use my residuals right over the edge right now. And I'm thinking that the white that I have left is a pretty good idea. I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to keep all of it. That being said, I kind of think I want to take a chance and do a couple more things. I am seeing that this is melding up. But I think I'm going to have to learn to live with it. Because rather than make a mess, now the question is one side or both sides? That's the jasmine. And it looks pretty close as far as color goes right now. I have one more spot that I want to fix. And that is, well, actually I say that, but you can't trust me. Very gently. Oh, I've got water lily on my spatula and I was letting it dry. That's not a good thing. I'm thinking dancing fuchsia or even magenta. I was kind of hoping that paint would be moist enough to steal just enough to fill in those little white gaps that I'm seeing. Yep, I'm going to have a rough spot in here no matter what I do. Try not to hurt it too much. So, can I do this? Dancing fuchsia is a primary element. Do I want any other colors in there? I think a little bit of red violet is not out of place. And I'm not interested in messing with that too much, so I guess I'm just going to leave it and use my residuals cautiously, hopefully. I want to put some of them right here. That kind of worked. I like that. The rest can go right in here. If I can make them. Yep, I'm going to do that again. I definitely like the orange and the purple together. And I'm going to give myself one more little bit of saffron. I wonder if I'm completely correct about this up here. Fortunately, I think I can get away with feathering it in with my finger because it's still so nice and wet. That's my story and I'm sticking with it. Well, unless I decide to do something else, which I could, which also includes pushing that blue right down into the gap. Alright, that gap is now filled and that is okay with me. I kind of want another stripe of blue in here, but I think I'm going to be able to go without it. Let's see. Maybe not. If I do that now, I'm going to have it merge and I don't want it to merge, so I'm going to give it a miss. I am going to use my skewer very gently to thin out the end of that line and poke that one bubble. Spread out the end. Alright, I don't know, it's not my favorite yet, but I'm not even 100% sure it's done yet. But it is what it is, and I like a lot of things about it. Just not totally sure about the white stripes. Let's see what it looks like from up here. It looks kind of cool. Looks like it needs something else to me still. Alright, just in case, please give me a thumbs up anyway. And when you watch my videos longer, you tell the YouTube algorithm to support my channel. My paint pouring recipes below show more. My email is easpb in the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. There is in the description under the video a link tree with all my links on it. There's also a percentage off coupon code from Colourarte and another 10% off from Pixel Paint Designs, where you can find Boom Gel and Pebeo paints and Australian Floetrol to make cell activator. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. You can find it by going to my channel. Questions are welcome and encouraged. Thank you very much to all of you who are members of my channel and help support and keep me here on YouTube. And thank you very much to all of you who make donations periodically through PayPal and Patreon. I really, really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to shop my Amazon link. It's on the link tree. My 2 books are Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. They're the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube about paint pouring. Questions are welcome and encouraged. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links are also in the link tree, along with a lot of other stuff you might be interested in. And I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I do sell my artwork. I have 33 playlists, and if you are interested in a subject or a topic or a genre, just let me know, and I will certainly give you a link if you ask me. It's not a problem. They're easily found. I have them all organized. Alright, I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Priscilla out. It's the next day and this is dry, and I thought I was done, but I'm not. So I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to try some things. I'm going to make sure I've got wet studio rags before I go for this, which is probably going to include a paper towel. I have a little dish of paper towels I keep handy, squares. I'm going to try the Mellow Yellow with Holly Berry, the Purley pigment. And I'm going to put it right next to the triple sec. And I'm going to grab one of my Princeton Art Catalyst spatulas again. Drag it down in. And I think that's going to make me happier than I was. Just sticking the blade in sideways and dragging it along toward the dry color next to it. And hoping that it's going to spread out nicely. Do I mind that little white line? I might. I kind of expect it to just fill in gaps naturally, but it's not a gimme. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. I think I might need to do it again over here. Just using up my residuals on my spatula. Question is, do I do... Yes. Okay, the answer is yes. I'm going to go from away. That's just easier if I can see what I'm doing. Where did the orange come from? Must have dipped that into my orange yesterday. I think I'm going to be much happier. I might just add a lot of yellow everywhere. Yellow is not my first choice most times, but I do love the yellow. This particular one has a little holly berry purely pigment in it. And it's got something else in it I can see. That I got. Cool. So I think I'm going to fill in. I'm going to dip in my spatula. Fill in that little white gap right there. Yeah, I'm much happier, and I'm going to put some more yellow, like I said, elsewhere. And I think I don't mind what I've got, that thinner line above with the white showing. But the yellow is a statement maker. I'm going to go from the top down a bunch of ways. I'm going to do it. Hope I don't regret it. So far I don't. I still want some yellow in here. Sans that cat hair. I've been considering white also, but mostly that deep crimson needs to be lightened up in my opinion, so I'm going to do that. If I have to add a bunch of lines until I'm happy, I will. I remember now I was going to add another line of yellow right up here. But I want to keep doing it in the way I've been doing it. Who knew it was going to be the cohesive element? That's a bubble. And that color I put in was Purely Pigment Magenta. Now I think I'm going to give myself permission to do the Orange Crush over here, and that'll make me happy. I hope. It's a riot of colors. It's hard to convince myself I can't find perfection, but someday maybe I'll figure it out. I want to be more free, but I like the way this looks. With its lines and some of its hard edges. And I'm wondering how much of my head is in the way. I still want some gold. I've been contemplating that since I started. And I could, when I'm done, I could put black in or white in. I could just continue to work on this until I'm completely satisfied. Which I wasn't. No matter how much I wanted to be. I am thinking that that yellow wants some orange next to it. Let's see. I'll just use what I've got on the blade of my spatula. I don't know why those little gaps bother me so much. They're actually kind of cool. So, I'm just going to keep going. I wanted some blue, but the blue I wanted was the Titan, and it doesn't have a squeeze bottle tip on it. So I'm going to use some of the Purely Pigment Cerulean C. I stopped squeezing near the end. I don't really think I'm going to have much space for any gold anywhere, but you never know. I don't stop until I'm satisfied usually. I love the purple, but I think I want some more of this red violet. Which you see has a couple of bubbles in it, as well as the one next to it. I don't know where I lost my bubble. I don't know, I keep thinking maybe I'll go too far, but I think they're all gorgeous colors, so it's hard to say that could be the case. The only thing that's bothering me still is this over here. And I'm wondering if maybe my solution is right in my hand. I want to try the gold, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. And I have some golden maple with some bling it in it. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in the dry spot. That way I can at least wipe it off if I change my mind. Like that. It wasn't a lot, which is cool. That yellow, make sure my spatula is clean. Get rid of any bubbles I see. I'm kind of wondering at the moment if that last white spot would be great with like something like a super dark purple. But it's probably good with white. I've got black plum. That could be the perfect color. Maybe I'll leave some of the white a stripe. Yeah, right. We'll see. I think I actually really like that. I like it so much I'm going to do it down here too. Make sure my little Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula is sans colors that don't belong. And that gets rid of that little flaw in the red right there. I still have one little white spot. I got more than one white spot. I can see them from here. Do I do it? Do I do the last spot? Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm going to do it. There, I like that. Am I done? I don't know. I'm a lot closer than I was. I'm going to give myself a little more yellow, or a lot more yellow. Pop that bubble. If I can. This one's kind of nerve-wracking actually. I've used up almost all my time. Give myself one more minute. Just looking for any gaps. The spatula works perfectly to fill them in. Purely pigments can become shimmery if you mix primary elements, diamond dust, or any of the sparkles or the blingets. But I kind of like a mixture of the two. And I'm going to call this done. Or as done as it's going to be. I got a place I want to fix with some saffron, but I don't think you need to be here for that. I want to pull that purple over the edge. I kind of want to add some white still, but I'm not sure where, and I don't want to wait and figure it out. Definitely a many-stage process. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'll probably rearrange the videos so that I give you my closing statements in a second. I'll be back. Okay, so I admit it. I worked on this a while longer after you were gone. And I can't make any excuses. It's a long-winded process, and it was probably another half an hour, 45 minutes of messing around. I love you guys. I hope you come again. I post at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try and shimmer this at you as best I can. And there's definitely some good shimmer in there. Thank my members for saving my channel. Thank you for shopping my Amazon link found on the link tree. My 2 books are there because I can and Unlimited Possibilities. On my link tree you'll find my email address and contact information if you'd like to purchase an artwork. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. The recipe, paint pouring recipe, should be in the description underneath the video, along with all the links that you'll need to find anything you're looking for, including anything that can be reproduced at those links. And if you can't find it, just ask me. Also, there are Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. Questions are welcome and encouraged. 33 playlists with 100 videos on them each, also organized by topic and genre. Please just ask me if you like something in particular. I'll give you a link, no problem, no sweat. Thank you to everyone who donates through PayPal and Patreon. You keep me in art supplies enough to keep bringing tutorials to you on YouTube. Or just thank you. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys anon, and I love you. You inspire me always. Don't forget to check out my community board. Bye for now. Priscilla out.